Okay. All right, man. We back. Hey, what's going on, guys? Sorry about that. Dudes. Yo, what is happening, man? So what happened was when I tried to finish the video, when I finished editing when I finished recording for that Mermaid Tales reaction we just did, I accidentally ended the stream, I think. Yeah, I hit a button and accidentally ended the stream instead of just the recording in general, so my bad. What's up, Flames? What's good? What's up, Kim? What's up, Zoe? What's up? Ahoy! I'm glad you guys are able to come back. My bad, man. I accidentally turned off the stream. Yeah, my bad. Let's go ahead and look up Freak Show. We're gonna get to Freak Show today. I think it's episode 6? I think it's episode 6, right? Yeah. For once it's my fault. For once it's my fault, guys. Hey, what's up, Jet? How you doing, dude? How am I? I'm doing all right. I have my energy drink. It's keeping me alive right now. Much more energetic than I was earlier this afternoon. Glad we were able to like react to and get a bunch of editing done, videos reacted to today for editing. So, because remember, I told you guys the goal was to have a video for you guys every day this week. So, you know what's crazy? I asked you about Chips Ahoy cookies, so I went on a quest to ask other FMAL members, and Keston responded to me, "It's wild." Chips Ahoy? What do you mean? About Chips Ahoy? Wait, how is it your fault? I randomly hit the stop button to end the stream instead of there's another button that I can end there's a button I use to end the record to separate every recording for the reactions, but still keep the stream on for you guys. And I hit the actual just end stream button basically by accident. James, can you react to more alternates? Oh, you just missed it, Flames. We just reacted to the newest episode about an hour ago? Right, guys? Are you feeling awesome, James? I feel better, but I don't know, man. We're still trying to make things work, make ends meet, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys want to help support the channel, support your local jam, there are a few ways you can do it. Just make sure you join the YouTube and Twitch, like, comment, subscribe. Let YouTube and Twitch Senpai notice me by watching the videos as long as you can. Hit the thumbs up on there. By watching as long as you can, you definitely help the algorithm reach out to more people. Especially when I post these new videos every day. If you can just take a look at the videos and just, have a good time, that'd be perfect. Honestly, especially the shorts. Definitely the shorts too. Another way you can do it is by joining the Patreon. We got a whole bunch of content on there. YouTube members and Patreon members get to see a lot of these reaction vids before anyone else. And the YouTube and the Patreon members get to see their anime reactions, period. I don't post those on YouTube, but I will post like shorts every once in a while. Speaking of which, I was thinking about maybe doing a reaction for My Hero Academia, the final season, like at least the first episode, very soon. I don't know if I would have moved that to Sunday or not, though, because we can't react to it here. We'll probably do it on either on Kick or on Patreon. I don't know. You didn't meet him? I asked him on his channel. Oh, I see. I haven't had Chips Ahoy in a long time, though. I hope you feel better soon. I hope so too. It's been a weird week. I'm most likely not going to be able to go see my family for Thanksgiving, though. That's the unfortunate thing. I forgot about the final season. Yeah. It's supposed to be getting good. Like, it's supposed to be really good. So I'm gonna give it a shot. I've watched pretty much every season. So at the very least, I don't think we're gonna go and do a full reaction of the whole series. but I do want to at least react to the final season of My Hero Academia. Something tells me I really should, so. Daima, I've reacted to Daima. I've watched Daima already, but I haven't. I did a reaction content for it. Daima was fun. I already finished. Maybe I should do a reaction for Daima. I don't know. I already finished the manga. I stopped reading the manga so I wouldn't get spoiled anymore, and I waited for the anime. Jay, what's up, Maddie? Yep. Let's see. So we have Freak Show episode 6 here. We can definitely react to that if you guys want to. Definitely don't mind that. Let me see something here before we continue. I'm gonna check something real quick. Okay. Just double checking to see if I got any anything waiting for me. Oh, I see some updates in our channel actually. Did you guys post something for me? Oh, React channel. Oh, okay. Blood Money 2? What is this? I don't know what Blood Money is. Blood Money voice actor plays human expenditure program? Who is this guy? Oh, dude. I totally forgot about this video. Well, I didn't forget about it, but it kind of did. It kind of didn't. I kind of forgot about this. We should react. Do you guys want to react to the Pokemon thing? This was 7 months ago. Remember when we reacted to the Aphmau Pokemon thing? You guys remember this? Do you know anything about Aphmau's scar in the episode? I didn't see a scar. Did I miss it? I didn't see the scar. React to alternate season 2? Bro. Check our channel, Flames. We have a bunch of reactions for that already. I already did reactions for most of them. And the rest of them will be up at some point. Hello, Anna. Can you not spam, please? Not so many O's. I was the one that suggested it? Yeah. Where? That was you? Really? Oh, someone posted at Heart Point. Okay. We might get to that at some point. Why not? Yeah, I don't see a reason why not. Okay. By the way, episode 5 of alternate season 2 should be out now. It should be up. It should be up. Yeah. Season 2, episode 5, Alton's reaction is up right now. James, what is your favorite Minor Demons character, not your character? I mean, Pierce is pretty lit. I think Pierce, if I was to pick one. The character that Mac plays, I forget her name right now. Her name is Lorelei. Lorelei is pretty cool too. Lorelei's pretty cool too, guys. The old ladies are pretty funny, to be honest. The old ladies are pretty funny. Lady Grandma and then Mrs. Oates are pretty funny as well. You know. Doing homework from Columbia? Oh, nice. Have we finished If Aphmau character versus Pokemon trainer? I have part 2 up right now. Maybe we should do that right now. You guys know more about Pokemon than me, but let's see what we got here. You might as well. Let's check it out. Let's check this out, man. My sister keeps on telling me to type sausage roll. I don't know what that. I don't get it. Can we react to Pokemon then side stories? We're gonna react to Pokemon and then we're gonna react to Freak Show. That's what we're gonna do next, dude. Yeah, dude. What do you think of Ava? I think Ava's pretty funny. Definitely different from Aphmau, to be honest, in many ways. But yeah. Moment of silence. What do you mean? For what? All right. Let's go ahead and react to this. Pull this up. There we go. Actually, I'm probably gonna pull up like Pokemon names in a second too. All right. Hey, I wanted to ask you something. Who is your favorite friend? That's a good question. I just consider I consider a lot of my I have a lot of people I consider good friends. You know. I don't know if I have a favorite. To be completely honest with you guys. I don't know. I kind of just stopped thinking of friends like that, to be honest with you. It's like for like the longest time. Her choice for Rise Pokemon is fitting. Well, I guess we'll find out, aren't we? All right, let's do this. Let's do this. All right, guys. James pressed the wrong button. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to. Okay. Here we go. So we're gonna react to this, and then you guys are gonna say hi YouTube, and then we're gonna try to figure out how we like the Pokemon decisions and look up some Pokemon, like, you know, and maybe you guys can give me other choices for what you thought would be better, or also an option if you don't mind. Okay, so here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we back with another fantastic reaction video. We're reacting to what if Aphmau characters were Pokemon trainers. We did this before. I didn't know there was a part 2, and because I was looking for Minor Demons characters, but apparently the creator of the channel told me watch the second one because there are some MID characters in here. So we're gonna check it out. All right, and see if we agree or disagree. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so YouTube and Twitch Senpai can finally notice us. And with that out of the way, let's get right into the video. Let's see what kind of Pokemon trainer Rise is, actually. I'm kind of curious about that one.
It is your favorite man-made disaster, Keki here.
Man-made disaster?
If you aren't
That's
up to date,
funny.
I made a video 3 months ago. Oh, wait, 3 months ago? Ugh. Anyway, I made a video drawing Aphmau characters.
Was that the last video you
Pokemon
made
trainers,
between those
and
two?
People liked it, so part 2 because it's my job.
It's alright. It was alright. It's okay.
Yippee! In my part 1 of this little series, I'll admit I rushed the editing and script writing process as most of my information and verbal mistakes were left in and most definitely pointed out by the 22,000 people at the time I'm recording this.
Oh, really? Oh, so you calling them out. Okay, you know what? I like that. You should call them out. Let's see them make a YouTube video. You know what? When I make YouTube videos and I'm not live, or even when I am live, and I go back and watch the videos, I make so many flubs, so many errors in like words. Like I can't English right, even though I'm a voice actor. I'm like, oh, this freaking sucks. I do so many cuts because I sound like I'm stupid, basically. Even though I'm a professional character person, voice actor. Jesus Christ. So it's totally fine, honestly. I mean, at a certain point, you just give up. You just kind of give up at a certain point. It's like, whatever, man. They're still going to watch it. You just kind of have that vibe.
Who watched that video? So, I decided this time we're gonna slow it down, take a breath, and really delve into the designs and my motive behind them.
Full throttle, let's
As a
get it.
result of that, this video may be of the longer variety, so settle down,
Don't
grab
care.
a snack, and let's get into 12 more Aphmau characters as Pokemon trainers.
12 more. Okay, who we got first? Ian! Ooh. Is it a Meowth? Is it a Meowth? No, it's the I forget the evolved form of Meowth, but that one.
Starting off this round strong is one character that several of you wanted to see last time, Ian. Usually, Ian fills the role of the antagonist. In my street, he's the inciting incident that kicks off most of the more lore-heavy aspects of the show. And in the Kokomau videos, or the AFMAU SMP as it's referred to on the wiki, he's more of a prankster and overall rude kind of guy in most videos. I really wanted to focus on encapsulating more areas of these characters in these illustrations this time around,
I like
so
what you
that
did
meant
the
really
hair.
trying to mesh the most prominent points of each iteration of their multiversal character traits.
Is it that bad? Did you look back on this and say you're yapping too much? That's crazy. Do you even know who this is? Do you even know who this is? If you do, I will like your video. Just wondering.
Confused yet? Cool. The short of that is that I merged most of Ian's appearances on the AFMAU channel into a single being, which, in hindsight of the story, is so much worse than My Street Season 6's threat.
Really?
In choosing Ian's partner, I thought about Pokemon that were on the darker side of the typing chart, and that's when I settled on Meowstic. Meowstic is a pure Psychic-type Pokemon and is actually the evolved form of Esper. There were many factors I had in my mind while choosing this round's batch of Pokemon, and for Ian, I felt Psychic-type fits best with his My Street personality of mental.
Okay, I like this. I like the I'm understanding the concept of what she's saying, right? When I said Meowth, I was thinking mostly of just the prankster, gold-loving side. So I wasn't taking so much the also, ayo, what is this? What's going on here? Anyway, I was not nearly taking into the account the My Street portion. I was thinking more of the the more comedic prankster antagonist side, from the daily videos. So that's on me.
Manipulation, like using forever potions and the way his words torment Aaron in Season 4 and Season 6. I also thought that choosing specifically the male Meowstic would lend perfectly to Ian since they both have the same color palette, as well as Meowstic having green eyes as a callback to Ian's use of forever potions. Now, I know many people suggested Gimmighoul or Goldengo or even Zoroark, but I hope
this is probably one of the most, out of the outfits you've done so far, I really like this one a lot in terms of just the line art. Specifically,
my choosing Meowstic isn't too big of a disappointment, as much as I am aware Ian likes to hoard gold in the Kokomau vids.
Yeah.
I felt it wouldn't fit Ian to have a Goldengo because, you gotta give up the gold coins you collect in order to evolve that dude. As for the reason I stayed away from Zoroark, there's another reason that will become apparent later in the video. Rather than just choosing Meowstic for vibes alone, I also chose him because of his hidden ability, Prankster. I figured finding Psychic-type Pokemon with the Prankster ability would be a good way to intertwine the two characterizations of Ian
that's really smart. I didn't even think of that. Jesus Christ.
Are the most recognizable. The AFMAU SMP wiki literally states Ian as such and constantly puts the terror he wreaks in videos as pranks, so I figured it would work out well enough. For his clothing, I honestly kind of
the gloves are interesting.
Threw things together. I wanted the outfit to complement his Pokemon partner while also taking inspiration from his My Street and Kokomau skins. I gave him this poncho with Meowstic's eye pattern that it has on its inner ears, and also threw in some green goggles, just as a throwback to the forever potions used on Ian post.
I get the green. I get the callback with the green. That's fair. Is there a Pokemon that is associated with potions at all, guys? Is there a Pokemon that's associated with potions at all? Because that would be a good secondary option, I think. Do you guys have any ideas? If you were to create a team of Pokemon he would use, one of them, if I was to pick a really basic callback one, it would definitely be Meowth, but that'd be more on the, I already explained that one. Is there there's gotta be another Pokemon who's more directly tied to the forever potions, or that you can use as a more direct callback to it. There is one. What's the Pokemon's name? Let's take a look at it. I would like to see you guys talking about.
Season 4. I also gave him a backpack that most definitely carries all of his prankster equipment, as
Pokemon
well
do
as
use
giving
potions,
Meowstic
yes.
a little gold ingot to carry.
Maybe a poison type. But the potions were more like mind control, though, right? So maybe he would have a psychic type with him in his team as well. I mean, this is. I mean, outside of this one.
And with that, Ian is finished.
I like. Okay. She gave the poncho design to him. Now, earlier in the explanation, you mentioned that. Okay, I see the rope on the back there, which is good. I was thinking, okay, if you want to add more of his personality about, let's say, the gold aspect, because there's not really much of that here, except you can kind of say the outfit looks like something you would wear, like especially with the boots, going inside caves, like you would in Pokemon. You could have added a little bit more of that throughout the design, right? Especially since you have the Pokemon carrying the gold, it's almost like he just either got finished stealing it, which you can put more of the thief element to his clothes, or or if it was like, not instead of a gold bar, it could be like gold, like just nuggets or whatever. Or then if he goes looking for ore in that fashion, then maybe something more of like a tiny bit more of a minor aesthetic in certain parts, like at least some of the equipment maybe around his, like on his waist, like a belt, maybe stuff like that. Although Ian would probably be more someone who steals it than goes looks for it through his own hard work. So maybe not. There's little thoughts here and there. I don't know what you guys think. I'm not up to date with all the Pokemon. Neither am I. He needs a shiny Lycanroc. Lycanroc, huh? Let's look at Lycanroc. Lycanroc. Let's look it up. So you think a Lycanroc would be a good pick here? I mean, I like it. I like Lycanroc. I don't know if I want that for him. Any let's do this. Any Pokemon that are tied to potions thematically or in lore. Maybe that's the mythical Pokemon Pecharunt is thematically tied to potions, as his lore centers on a poison candy and his abilities are based on poison. Someone mentioned a poison Pokemon. While no other Pokemon are direct. Let's see what Pecharunt looks like. I don't think I've heard of. What do you guys think? What do you think about Pecharunt? This does give me a little bit more element of danger too. Yeah. I think a Pecharunt would also be another option. Like if you were to make a Pokemon team, if you ever make a video where you're building their Pokemon teams, I think Pecharunt would definitely be on here, right? Right? Because that would more directly tie. I think because when you make Pokemon teams, you can be more focused with certain elements of their personality if you want to shine more. Do Pokemon teams, although that's probably more work considering the Pokemon lineup. I will put a Meowth in there for a classic type because of the gold obsession. I'll put Pecharunt in there as well. That's my opinion, but I do like this these options too. All right, let's go on next.
Let's not dwell in one place for too long, since this video is already turning out to be a behemoth, so let's keep moving forward.
Nah, I'm down, man. I'm down. What's up? Nicole! Okay.
Next up is Nicole. For those who are a part of AFMAO's newer viewers, I don't blame you for not recognizing her. Nicole
Sometimes
was
I still forget about her,
originally
to be
introduced
honest.
to us in Minecraft Diaries Season 1, Episode 61, titled Runaway, and appeared in My Street a couple months later in the Season 1 episode titled Mistletoe Wars Part 1. She also appeared in several episodes of Season 2 of My Street, but as far as I know, she hasn't been introduced in AFMAO's more recent content. I like Nicole more in Diaries, mainly due to her strong-willed and level-headed personality. We're just gonna exclude Season 2 Nicole in both My Street and Diaries, since I'm not really a fan of how she responded in either of them, but that's just me.
Oh, that's
I
cute.
took more inspiration from her Diaries counterpart, since we have way more information about her there than we do in My Street, since
Okay.
she's forgotten just as much as her love interest is. I chose
Damn.
an Alolan Vulpix as her companion as a not-so-subtle nod to her pet Arctic fox Roxy that she had in Diaries. I never really mentioned this
That sounds like spoilers to me. I don't know what that is. But I do love a Alolan Vulpix. It looks beautiful.
last time, but I had told myself that I wasn't gonna do any regional variants or shinies for these guys, but whatever, I love breaking my own rules, I guess. There wasn't
I'm
really
gonna break your one little rule, Batman.
a deeper meaning with Vulpix in the same way I had with Ian's Meowstic. That's a pattern you'll probably pick
I actually
up
don't
on
mind.
as we
I actually have no
continue,
complaints
that
about
some
this.
of these picks for the Pokemon will be super deep and meaningful.
Did
and
she
others
have
will be,
rips in her pants?
This character had this color and this name, so I gave them this Pokemon. For Nicole's outfit, she ended up leaning sort of cowboy because I wanted her to keep her flannel shirt that she has in My Street, but flannel isn't something you really see in the Pokemon series on trainers, so I felt I couldn't justify using it.
Oh, I would love her to have a regular Vulpix and an Alolan Vulpix. For some reason, I think that'd be so adorable. If she had two of them, and they were both like related, and one of them was Alolan, or not related, but they treat each other like family. The two Vulpixes. That would be so lovely if you could have that.
With her goggles and gloves, I ended up leaning fully into the ranch hand aesthetic and figured Nicole could be like a Pokemon farm hand of some sort, with her Vulpix acting somewhat as her herding animal.
That's fine.
I kept her ripped jeans from her My Street outfit and fitted her with this sort of icy flower design on her shoes, in her hair, and as a buckle for her bag. And that is Nicole all done.
Probably one of the more simplistic designs so far, but it actually fits very well. I don't really have any complaints about this. I would love to see that, or she could have went this direction with a character like Kiki. To be honest, Kiki would definitely be doing what she just said Nicole would be doing, like farmhand, working with animals, Pokemon breeder, that kind of thing. So anyway, yeah, I have no issues with this. I would if I was to give her another Pokemon. Generally, honestly, I would just give her a second Vulpix, like a regular one.
Without much delay, let's move on to our
That's
next
cute.
trainer.
Who we got here? Vlad, huh? Okay.
Another character that was suggested last time was our third and final Romiv brother, Vlad. Vlad's first appearance was
I have no idea who you would give Vlad. Someone said Lycanroc earlier. Maybe he gets that.
mysterious glimpse in episode 1 of Diaries Season 1 titled New World. Vlad wouldn't show up in
Ooh.
My Street until several months
Really?
later in episode 27 of Season 1
I
titled The Romiv
actually dig
Brothers.
this.
We don't know much about My Street Vlad, but we do know quite a bit about Diaries Vlad, so that's where I took most of the inspiration from. In Diaries, we first kind of assume he's this sort of ninja, peeking through trees, being generally mysterious as he leads AFMAO to Phoenix Drop, that kind of stuff. He turns out to be a Shadow Knight, but his, regular garb, I guess you could call it that, the one that's all green and black, stood out more, so I ended up merging his My Street clothes with that existing outfit. As for Vlad's partner, I had originally planned to give him a Kecleon or Servine, but to this day, I still have no idea why I had those two written down. I guess the green was throwing me off or something. Kecleon made sense since he can disappear save for the stripe that's on him, so
I like it.
that could allude back to Vlad being able to barely blend in with the Shadow Knights. But Servine literally had no footing. In the end, I decided to go with Decidueye. I'll admit, Alola was not my favorite when it came to the anime, but let me just say something, they've got some banger
Honestly,
Pokemon. I will
this
never
is
forget
great.
What they did to you.
I have no issue with this.
Legends Arceus, my beautiful baby. Anyway, Decidueye really fits Diaries Vlad really well.
It does.
Its Pokedex entry states that it can fire its quills as arrows with maximum precision, which can also be a direct connection to Vlad's weapon of choice being a bow. Also taking into account Decidueye's color palette, where working very nicely with the one I ended up actually using for Vlad. His outfit was inspired by ninja Pokemon trainers from the games and anime, but with a little bit of casual flair to them. And
yeah, more foresty, which honestly would blend in more with a forest-like environment a lot more, right? He would probably be very efficient with like reconnaissance missions, right? Because remember, if you guys remember, we watched an episode where he was keeping track of Lawrence without being noticed, because Lawrence was dealing with his Shadow Knight abilities. I think he was being called by the Nether at some point in season 2. I could see him in an outfit like this to kind of like camouflage a little bit easier with the trees, the foliage, like the forest, and have the Decidueye scouting from a higher range, higher distance, in case something goes wrong. I can see that. This is, so far is a banger. I really don't have an issue with this one. I can't even think of a secondary option besides this, but I'm sure you guys can. My Street Vlad would definitely have a Sprigatio. Oh, let me see this. Let's see. Pokemon Sprigatito. Oh, you think so? You think you would have this little cutie? You think he would have one? Oh, okay. That is adorable. I mean, maybe. Actually, no. I would think he would go for one of these instead. I think that's maybe he would. Maybe he would. Yeah, he would have. It would, because it wouldn't be the basic form. I think at this point he would have one of the evolved forms, because I think he definitely would be more focused on battle ready Pokemon, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, this would lead on the ground. The Decidueye will lead in the air. I feel like it would fit his cute personality in my street. Okay. Oh, I like the plushie here. This is cute. All right, moving on. So far, I don't have any issues with the last two at all, to be honest. This one is probably as close to perfect as I can think of right now.
Vlad is complete.
In my personal opinion.
On to the next one.
You could have skipped this one.
Michi was one that not a lot of people asked for, but was someone I really
I would imagine.
wanted to include. Michi is nearly in everything from My Street to Diaries to the Goko Malvids, so tagging in another recognizable character for the non-RP Atma watchers felt like a much needed move. Her personality is pretty consistent through all iterations of her, which feels impressive for some reason, often messing with people and being a general nuisance to the people who have to interact with her. I had thought a lot about what I wanted her to be and ended up making her Casey's Pokemon performing rival. Her performance Pokemon partner ended up being a Purloin, not just because it's a purple cat with green eyes, but because Purloin also has the hidden ability Prankster for the same reason Ian's Meowstic does. I had originally thought about giving her a Glammeow, since that Pokemon is described as being fickle and spiteful, but I ended up caving to Purloin since in universe I'm not so sure Michi and Glammeow would get along.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was about to disagree with that. Yeah.
Each other's personalities.
She would want a Pokemon that fits her style, her aesthetic, but also would be controlled by her, because she wants to. Her personality wise, she's the star of her own anime, basically, right? Like, if you just remember the scene we watched with her talking to Aaron, like, if you're paying attention to her, she only wants you paying attention to her, period. End of discussion, right? A little bit of yandere in her, right? Very much entitled to everyone's affection and attention. So her Pokemon would be specifically picked to bolster that element of what she's looking for, right? So I like the hair.
I wanted to give Michi a drastically different outfit than Casey's to really separate them a bit more. It's moments like this where I really thank the Pokemon universe for making Pokemon performers have blatant Pokemon themed outfits, because you can probably tell the design process for most of these characters' outfit creation. I would have given her gloves like Purloin seems to have, but I liked the draped sleeves a little bit too much.
I wouldn't give her gloves. I would give her like maybe some like pretty nails, You know, she would just be all girl. She'd just be all dolled out. You know what I mean? Got her hair did, everything. You know what I mean? Maximum Hollywood gal here trying to like make it in show business already feels like she made it. Kind of
To
energy.
keep them. The deal with Michi's ears was something I had pondered for like a whole 5 seconds before giving her purloin-shaped ears.
What do you mean?
Casey's ears are modeled after a Meowth and Persian, and it fit her well, but something about giving Michi those ears didn't sit right with me.
Okay.
There are many statements in the Pokemon universe that people and Pokemon are more connected than we think, with several instances of Pokemon becoming human and learning human languages and vice versa.
Yeah.
Maybe the Mifwa were once Pokemon in this universe and somehow became people?
I mean, I can imagine that Mifo would have an extra special connection with certain beastly type Pokemon. Like beast Pokemon can communicate with them, even if they're like aggressive towards Mifwa. Or you can in lore say that Mifwa are like, okay, so obviously in the lore of Pokemon there were instances of Pokemon becoming more human, right? So Mifwa would be Mifwa can be considered a race in between Pokemon and human. They would be considered that in this world, right? Oddly enough, I do recall lore, if you guys remember, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, where there were instances of humans getting together with Pokemon. And I think if that is the case, it would have to be a situation where the Pokemon are essentially just humans, or very, very close to it. You know what I mean? So, and Mifo will fit that category for me, right? That would make more sense instead of the more cringe ideas I have in my head or that I've seen.
I'm not really sure of the details myself, but that's how I'm choosing to explain this. Her outfit was actually pretty simple, much simpler than Casey's, but in all honesty, it really doesn't bother me too much.
I thought maybe she would have a little bit more. She would have more expensive stuff on her, like the earrings. I would see like earrings, maybe like something to make you say, "Wow, look at me! You can't keep your eyes off me." Something that screams that. You know what I mean?
She actually turned into one of my favorite drawings from this batch, which
I do like the outfit from the
And-
basic design and the color scheme. It does look very cute. It does look very cute. And she does get the nails. There we go. I'd love to see it. Is there anything you would want to change, guys? This is actually kind of difficult to ask for something here. Would there be another Pokemon? Actually, okay, if we were to give her a secondary Pokemon, so let's think of it this way. She's obviously a very devious person and is willing to cross the line if it means reaching her goals. So I would imagine a character like this being willing to cheat in these competitions, but being able to find a way to get out of it or escape suspicion. So she definitely would have a Pokemon that would enable her to do that, right? So I don't know much about this Pokemon, but if there was a secondary or third Pokemon that she maybe doesn't really use too much for the performances, but she has it specifically for these missions to tell her, to help it cheat, right? Or to help it gain like favor with a judge or something like that, she would have that in her back pocket. And what Pokemon could do that? What do you guys think? Embroidery on her skirt would be pretty good. Michi would have a Persian. I can see Michi having a Persian. Yeah. I can see her having a Persian. But I think she would have at least one Pokemon specifically for the purpose of doing like some creepy, not creepy stuff, but like cheating, or who's mischievous, can also help her with her manipulative part of her personality, her manipulative plans. Probably a psychic type somewhere that isn't necessarily for being pretty and in front and center. You know what I mean? Which would show more of her uglier side personality. You know what I mean? I mean, she probably would still want to look attractive or pretty. But you understand what I'm saying, right? So maybe, Heishi, if you see this, you can give some examples of Pokemon who have fit that ideal, right? Kiki knows how to do the palace right. Yep. I would also agree with that. Yes. Okay. Next.
And with Michi done, Let's keep
Honestly, compared to the first video, this one's definitely an improvement from a design standpoint. Maybe it's because they're taking more time on it. That's what I'm thinking. Gardevoir, you think so? Umbreon? Let me look at Umbreon again. Just for you guys, you know. I think Umbreon would. Is there a Pokedex entry that like talks about it from you know, from a lore standpoint? I think Umbreon would be a good pick. It would be nice. I feel like we could do better than that though. I feel like we can do better than that. Gardevoir. I can see her having. Wait, is this different? Is this a shiny? You know what? Michi would have a shiny Gardevoir. Michi would have a shiny Gardevoir. For sure. Honestly, that would be it. She would 100% have this. I have no problem with this Pokemon as well, but I can see her having two Pokemon in front and center with her as part of her act, in order to make her look good. A shiny Gardevoir would draw more attention to her because of the rarity, and she would love that attention. You know? But then she would have a third Pokemon at least that would be down for like the really devious misbehaving stuff in case she absolutely needs to. Like I could see an episode where she's competing with Kawaii-chan for his contest, and Michi is maybe winning or at first, but then Kawaii-chan starting to gain more attention, even though she's winning, and then she gets pissed off, and she tries to use her third Pokemon that people don't really see too much to like sabotage her more behind the scenes. That's an episode I will watch, to be honest. Is Dante on here? I have no idea.
moving forward.
I like this one though. We're doing a good job, guys, picking like secondary and tertiary Pokemon. Maybe a Ninetales. The shiny Gardevoir as an additional option. Sasha, okay.
Sasha was one of the harder trainers to get down. I wasn't sure what I wanted her to be in the context of the Pokemon universe, and it was seriously frustrating for a bit. Sasha appears in both Diaries and My Street with a majority of the same personality traits in both series. She's stoic and reserved, saving energy for the things that she deems important. In Diaries, she's a dedicated member of the Shadow Knights while her memories are erased, and is very devoted to Jean and Shad. In My Street, she's still a Shadow Knight member, but only really because she likes hanging out with Jean and Xenix too, I guess. I decided out of nowhere to make her a Pokemon Ranger. I'm genuinely still not so sure where the idea to make her a Ranger came from, but
If you're incorporating the Shadow Knights into the Pokemon world, wouldn't the Shadow Knights be their own special group, similar to Team Rocket? Maybe on a much smaller scale, because it's obviously just the three of them. Maybe they have delusions of grandeur in that regard. But wouldn't you do something like that?
but I thought it'd be a cool
I forget.
concept
I don't remember what you did with Jean, but that's what I would think.
for Sasha, since I have literally no clue what she does for work in My Street. I felt giving her a cause to be a part of helped connect her to the Shadow Knights in a way.
Okay, so we are doing that.
I don't really know. I'm really just making.
She would seem like the more deadpan / stoic member of the group if you were to do it in the context of this Pokemon world, right? Then obviously Xenix would be the more chaotic member of the group, and then Jean would be obviously the mastermind, the leader, or the self-proclaimed one. Anyways,
Stuff up at this point. Maybe it would have made sense to make her like a fortune teller or something, because in My Street she's said that she learned palm reading off the internet or something, but like, I don't know.
That sounds like something you're just doing. It sounds like something that she would do, just learn after just randomly just searching online just for things online. You know, and she's like, oh, I guess I'll try it. That kind of energy, you know what I mean? I guess I'll try it. Maybe I'll let Gene know about it, see what he thinks. You know what I mean? she might maybe her personality can be modified slightly in this Pokemon world, where she's kind of like a character that kind of knows random pieces of like trivia that she searches off the internet. You know what I mean? Maybe, I don't know.
I got suggestions from people saying that she should have an Absol or a Frostlass, and I totally get why those two came up the most in conversation, but my thoughts were leaning in a different direction with Hisuian Zorua. Zorua's evolved form Zoroark was suggested for Ian, as I mentioned prior, but this Pokemon's Dex entry states that it changes its form to hide its cowardly disposition, which could work for Sasha, but definitely not for Ian. Zorua seemed so close, but not quite what I wanted to give Sasha, and then I saw the Dex entry for the Hisuian variant of this Pokemon.
Okay.
A once-deprived soul returned to life in Hisui, derives power from resentment, which rises as energy atop its head and takes the form of foes. In this
Wow, that's very Shadow Knight coded.
way, Zorua vents lingering malice. It was so perfect for her diary
Jesus
counterpart,
Christ.
it almost scared me. Plus,
That was actually crazy that you found that.
the red and gray colors of this now ghost-type Pokemon lends nicely to her Shadow Knight aesthetic. Also, Sasha having a little guy just felt right to me. I made sure her colors, besides the Pokemon Ranger colors that she has, were almost exclusively purple and white, just so she's sort of still recognizable as Sasha. Finishing Sasha was super relieving.
What do you
and
think
she-
about the red here? I don't know about the red. I thought maybe like more of the bluish gray of her outfit here would be better here, but maybe you felt like with all that you okay, I see why. I see the red. I know why you put the red in there to like get some of the color palette from the Pokemon on here. Maybe it's a little bit too much red for me, but I feel like I get why you have it here.
She actually doesn't look half bad despite how much I struggled on her. Now that
I get what you mean with the struggling. I
done.
can see it.
let's keep rolling along.
I can understand why you struggle. I think yeah, maybe if you went a little bit closer to this design, to be honest, and maybe she had long black sleeves and then just like something over that with the with the button down, maybe that would have been good. Maybe that would have been enough. I think you can still do the Ranger kind of aesthetic with that. You can still give her the Ranger ideal, then, or maybe you didn't go with that because it would have been too close to what this is, right? Actually no, because think about it this way, like in a similar fashion to how you did Vlad. Vlad is also a Shadow Knight, and he's definitely really good at like you pinpointed the ninja aesthetic, the ninja point parts of him pretty well. I think you could have also done something similar with her, right? In a little bit different way, maybe in a more modern ninja look, more athletic garb. Maybe. I do like the expression though. I have no qualms about the Pokemon. I don't know if you guys have any other options. I don't know if you have any other options for this. I think the Pokemon idea is fine, especially the Pokedex entry fits one very well. Very, very well.
Still recognizable as Sasha. Finishing Sasha was super relieving, and she actually doesn't look half bad despite how much I struggled.
I like the red on the shoes. I think it's the jacket that bothers me.
Her. Now that she's done, let's keep rolling along.
Because red, like I think when you put red on a character, it's almost like they're like shouting, "Look at me!" almost in a way. I feel like Sasha's not the kind of person that wants that's not gonna. I don't know. Maybe am I wrong about this? Maybe if it was a little bit more muted. I don't know. I have to think about it more. Xanax.
Xenix was difficult for a variety of reasons, mainly Pokemon-wise. I had
Okay.
so many thoughts on what to actually give him, and the overwhelming suggestions I was getting from others was, well, overwhelming, for lack of a more articulate term. I had brainstormed a Bisharp or Poochyena for vastly different reasons, but both usually fell flat for me. Bisharp is a prideful Pokemon and wants to be a leader, but if it's defeated in a battle for rulership, it will abdicate its position when it loses, and
Okay.
if Diary's Zenix is anything to go by, bro is not getting along with that walking rotary blade. Poochyena was to help fit his My Street characterization. Poochyena is a very, nibbly Pokemon that's
What?
really hostile to anything that moves, but
Okay.
turns and tucks its tail when it's bit back or chased. It would also fit in with Jean's Houndoom I gave him in the last episode, but I guess I was still on the fence about it. I felt like making Zenix closer to his Diaries character would be interesting to see how it works out in the Pokeverse, so in line with Diaries, I gave him a Fracture. Fracture is only really stated to be explicitly violent in only one of his dex entries, specifically from Pokemon Shield, saying that its favorite strategy is to tackle its opponents while stabbing it at the same time.
Wow.
So, if that doesn't fit Diary Zenix, I don't know what does. I gave him his red eyes rather than his My Street
Oh, we went with this outfit. This outfit looks kind of cool, actually.
brown ones, just so we can really see the Diary's influence here. I made him more punk than I was expecting, but then again, pairing him with my jean design, it actually makes a lot of sense. His little scarf thing is meant to match with Fracture.
I get why you put this on the shirt. I get it. I kind of liked the jacket here with the little scar. Like, it looks like scars scratched over his chest, kind of. I kind of wish you went that way a little bit.
Neck arm sense. His little scarf thing is meant to match with Fracture's like neck armor, and the black and white striped shirt he has on was for absolutely no reason at all, and any coincidence to the place Zenix should be right now is completely coincidental. I honestly wish I had more to say about him, but everything was Zenix.
So you too are a supporter of jail. I see. Very interesting. Yes. I approve.
Came pretty natural to me drawing wise, and he just looks so goofy and silly. I love him. He's so problematic. Anyway, Zenix is done. Let's move along to the next character.
I like it. Wow, I just realized she put spikes on the shoes. That is awkward. I like the belt a lot, though. I don't know if I like the spikes on the shoes like that. Maybe if you can make it as a more flat design, like as a print on the shoes, instead of like, I could kick someone in the knee and their knee explodes. Maybe that'd be better, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, he does look like that he can use bite attack as well, actually, which is kind of crazy. Cadenza, okay.
I didn't have Cadenza put down on my original list, but this single request from Travis's VA Patrick Seymour skyrocketed.
Brendan and Cadenza? Ah, I see. Very interesting. I see. You take requests, do you?
Rocketed her to a top priority.
Bro. You should do... Guy, do you think an alternate themed one? Maybe an alternates themed one? Like if Alternates Aphmau was a Pokemon trainer, what Pokemon would that be? That'd be a wild test for you.
Cadenza briefly in the last video while talking about Lawrence, and for those who aren't aware, Cadenza is Lawrence's adopted sibling in both Diaries and My Street. She isn't seen as often in My Street, but when she is, she's talking about a prospective job at Remave Studios, which mainly specializes in televised entertainment like the Lycans. However, in Diaries, she's a seamstress and the later Lord of Metelli, and I really wanted to give her something fun and sassy.
Okay,
God,
so this dress better be crazy. This dress better be ridiculous, right? Because she's going to want to show off her expertise. You know what I'm saying? All right.
And I just wanted to draw her in a pretty dress. Can you blame me? She's gorgeous.
Absolutely should do
Since
that.
The seamstress option was the path I really wanted to take, I knew immediately who Cadenza had to have as her partner, Leavanny. It was also kind of perfect since Cadenza is seen in green like 90% of the time, so another win for the color palette. And then came the
green is not a creative color. FYI.
difficult part, designing the dress to fit Pokemon standards. I was struggling hard for this one.
I like the hair.
Every version I drew felt less and less like Pokemon and more like something I would just draw in my spare time. I figured her back should be a centerpiece since I had her facing away from the audience, so I eventually gave her a large cutout not only to show more of the true green top she has underneath, but also to allude to Leavanny's cutouts on her leaf hands.
I would have liked the shoulders to be exposed here, to be honest. I would have liked the shoulders to be exposed to be with this fit, to be honest.
I also want to take a brief moment to mention Cadenza's hair. It's originally supposed to be like a gradient that resembles a flame, but in my research I wasn't able to find any references of the trainers to see if gradients and fades were Pokemon art style approved. And then Pokemon Presents happened, and the latest trailer for Legends ZA literally confirmed it, and...
Ooh.
I'm so tired of
Do
this.
it.
I gave the gradient a shot, and decided I liked the blocks of color better. Sorry. That's just how it be. Anyway, in the end she turned out so gorgeous, and I'm super happy with the finished drawing.
Okay.
So, all the trouble, worth it, immediately.
Hold on, I have a weird suggestion. Let me double check something here. Let me look at the... What if she had stockings underneath these? I still want the I still think the shoulders being exposed would be my preference, but that's mostly just a preference. And I know she wears armor too. So while I wouldn't want her wearing armor on the dress for this particular moment, because this is clearly more about the seamstress side of her than the the battle ready side of her, maybe if she had something on her to indicate that she's ready at a moment's notice to be battle ready, that would be okay, right? Like I'm not familiar with all the tools a seamstress would use. But if she had it on her person, but like in a Pokemon themed version of that somewhere, then, or even if the Pokemon was carrying it for her, that would be an interesting little option there. You know what I mean? And maybe if the dress was like a little bit longer, almost like she's preparing a dress to show off to a client by putting it on herself. I think that might be an interesting option there. Anyways, let's keep it going.
I gave the gradient a shot and decided I liked the blocks of color
Off the shoulder
better.
would be beautiful? Yeah, it would be.
Sorry. That's just how it be.
It would be.
Anyway, in the end she turned out so
Sewing
gorgeous,
needle?
and I'm
something more than that, but I know what you mean.
super happy with the finished drawing.
I do like the Pokemon she chose here. Because, I mean, it looks like I don't know much about it, but it does, like, you could use that Pokemon to assist you with, like, cutting, like, precise cuts and things of that nature. She would also have a Pokemon that can do more precision maneuvers, though, because this seems like a more, this doesn't seem like someone who can make, like, a very, make alterations. You know what I mean? She probably would do it herself, but she might have, but I think a Pokemon that can do that would be ideal. I don't know what kind of Pokemon that would be, though. Let's see. Let me see. Let me go to... let me do this real quick. Pokemon that are known to help with clothes. Let's just be a very specific... Let's be a very generic thing. Pokemon known for helping with clothes includes... Yeah, okay. So, Suwaddle. Is that the one I have here? I don't. Isn't that just the? That's just the. Yeah. Okay. So that's just what she literally just said that, bro. They create clothing from leaves. Oh, that's cute. And yeah, so yeah, these are fine. These are fine. Yeah. Is there anyone else I'm missing? Delibird. That's right, dude. She would definitely have a Delibird. Because in the bag, you could put all the sewing supplies. Whenever she needs something, he can just pull it out. That would be cute. And it's got the red, which complements the green aesthetic of herself and her Pokemon, but also some of the red highlights in her, well, the red elements in her hair. So yeah, that'd be a good one. I'm always that's pretty cool.
So all the trouble, worth it immediately. Love her. Now,
By the way, I'm not saying this isn't the best, like a great option. I am. I'm just trying to think what other, if I was to think of a secondary or third Pokemon we would add to it. I think that would work.
it's done. We're on to the next one.
You know, if Heishi was to go back and like put more into it, you know, I know the designs are like the designs are simplistic for time's sake, but like definitely I would like to see something on this to show how talented she is at making beautiful clothes. Pierce. All right, we know he's getting a sheep. We know he's getting a sheep, guys. We know he's getting a sheep.
Characters that may be a little bit more foreign to my Street and Diaries watchers. Pierce is a character.
Yeah, we watched part 1 already.
Made in 2019 called My Inner Demons.
Yeah, I've heard about this. I've heard it's one of the best shows ever created.
A lot. So of course, I rewatched the series and a couple of recent AFMA videos to get a grip on his character.
Yeah, how'd that help?
You can just see the joy in my eyes. I'm so happy. Pierce is a type of entity called the Deimos and is vastly different from the Pierce that's seen in AFMA's videos today. Like, no joke, these guys are so different, the only thing that they really share is the name Pierce and their haircut. Pierce in My Inner Demons is pretty calm and collected, and on the more silent side rather than his Kokomau counterpart, who is literally a nuclear bomb of hyperactivity. Pierce is one of, if not my favorite character in MI.
First thing I would say, he's got to be a little bit bulkier. Maybe even sleeveless. You gotta show the guns. You gotta show the guns, bruh. You gotta show the guns.
And seeing him like that was surprising, I guess. So in this version, I kept his more stoic personality while letting his Poke partner take on his Kokomau characteristics. I selected Whimsicott for a couple of reasons. One that's like super obvious by now, and one that my sister pointed out to me while I was running stuff by her. In the Kokomau vids, Pierce is like obsessed with sheep for some reason.
Yeah,
I literally have no clue as to why, and neither does the wiki, but to each their own, I guess. That connection to
neither
sheep
does
and
Shadow probably
Whimsicott was good enough for me, but also that Pierce kind of looks like a dragon and lends to fantastical nature well enough to also justify.
I like. Oh, okay. I see this. 100%. 100%.
Whimsicott's fairy typing. Also, Whimsicott looks like a sheep, so
I would give him, to complement this particular Pokemon with him, definitely a more physically domineering beast-looking type monster, right? Like something like, not a Tauros, if I'm thinking about the old gen, but something that evokes that type of feeling, right? Not a Tauros though, but something that gives me that type of like emotion.
Thumbs up. I know many people suggest
like he tamed it and now it's like domesticated. It's you know, like maybe it's been through some stuff. Like maybe it has a scar on him or something like that, and it was wild and aggressive. But Pierce, with his calm, stoic nature and his physical, you know, his a presence, was able to calm it down, and it became his Pokemon.
Is it Go-Goat or
Gyarados? What is that? Hold on a second. What is that? Are you just spelling it wrong? You're not saying Gyarados, are you? You are saying Gyarados. What is this? This looks cool. I can see Pierce having this, not the regular one. You know what I mean? Pierce is a Gyarados. This is a Mega Gyarados, right? Can you normally keep a Mega Gyarados? Do you have to evolve it? I guess maybe Gyarados, maybe for battle. Yeah, I can see that. That's fine, especially with the color scheme. Mudsdale? Let me see Mudsdale. I'm not familiar with that one. I could potentially see that option. What's the Pokedex? What's the Pokedex entry on Mudsdale? This Pokemon has been treasured not just for its physical labor, but also because it produces high-quality mud used for making pottery. I like the design. I don't know about it for Pierce. I don't know about Pierce, though. Oh my god, James, you don't know how Pokemon works? Megas aren't permanent. I know they're not permanent. I just feel like he would have it, though. For battle. So he would have a Gyarados. He would have a Gyarados, and then he would be his only Mega Evolution he would have access to in a fight. But I don't know about this one. I don't think that would work. I don't know about that one. I think it's because of the Pokedex entry for it says something about it produces mud used for making pottery. I don't know if I see Pierce doing that. That's cute. That's cute. See the Mudbray. Oh, I can't look at it. Doesn't fit the character in my opinion. I think I tend to agree with you. I tend to agree with you about the Mudsdale. To be honest with you, I would tend to agree. What's up? Welcome to the stream. All right, let's go ahead. Continue. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a Tauros would be good enough. You know, it's old. It's one of the older Pokemon, but maybe Tauros would be good. Maybe. Is there alternate versions of is this the Mega Evolution of Tauros, guys? Or is this the Paldean version? Yeah, I'm not familiar with not familiar with this one. I have not seen this one before. Oh, stamina was something. Also, it has the horns. The horns kind of like are a little bit of a like the way the horns are designed. Kind of, they're not exactly like Pierce's at all. Pierce's are more forward, but a Pokemon with horns would kind of give it a little bit of a. I can see it having. I can see him having this breed, actually. I can see him having this breed. To be honest. I can see him having this. A Smeargle? I don't know about Smeargle. I think this variation of Tauros would be what I would say. But we can look at your option real quick. Yeah, you know what? Immediately no. I don't know about that, bro. I don't think so. It's not just about sheep. I didn't pick I literally think I was on the money with Tauros with that
Or Skidoo,
with that variation
but
especially.
they're goats, not sheep. So there's a difference.
There's a difference. That's true.
Is there a difference?
I don't think he should always have a sheep though. Like, I mean, that's why obviously Tauros isn't a sheep, but you definitely this should be the front and center, right? 100%.
I'll look it up later. And also something I found out literally when I started to color this drawing, Whimsicott Shiny has blue horns. It's a match made in heaven. Get
Yep.
this boy his shiny Whimsicott right now.
Yeah.
His outfit, I made it similar to his SMP clothing while giving him a couple patches to add some more details to his jacket. I wanted him to have his horns in some way, so I gave him little pointy earrings, kind of like Drasna from the Kalos Elite Four,
Very interesting.
but way toned down. Also, having piercings is funny.
Oh, brother. I will downvote your video with the quickness.
This is where you laugh. And Pierce is complete. On to the next Deimos.
All right. Pants are very interesting. I actually don't mind it at all. Is this Noi? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see how Noi's going. Let's see how Noi looks.
People practically begged for in the previous video, so here he is. I hand him gently to you. Noi is also from My Inner Demons and is just as weak in that series as he is in the SMP. I had thought about Pinkerchin for him initially, but looking into the Dex entries strayed me away from the idea since there really wasn't much to it except for the fact that it was yellow.
It's a cute little bird.
I kept looking, and somewhere along the road I pondered giving him a Minccino, but all that came to a halt when I stumbled across the perfect partner for Noi. A Pokemon so incredibly fantastic and suited for him that all other choices paled in comparison.
Oh, you seem very confident about this.
This tiny flying ball of feathers
What's it called?
suited for him that all other
What's it
choices
called?
paled in comparison. Pidove.
Pidove.
This tiny flying ball of feathers comprised of one singular brain cell felt too perfect for Noi and his Kokomo
I'm liking the
character.
outfit
Am
so
I
far.
calling him dumb? Yes. Yes, I am. Pidove's Dex entry says that it's pretty forgetful and tends to live in flocks like actual pigeons do. It also states that they are accustomed to people, and Noi in My Inner Demons was really the first one of the group to really find his groove when they spent time with Ava. Also, with Noi having a small and honestly quite, unimpressive Pokemon, could also harken back to the way Noi regards himself in both universes where his character is utilized.
I have no issues with this design at all. This is really good. I really like this. Even the pink socks work really well with this.
He seems to see himself as weak and easily tricked, leading him to maybe start resonating with this small Pidove before catching it.
Yeah.
His outfit was pretty easy. It's basically a normal trainer outfit along with the backwards cap he sports in My Inner Demons. Noi ended up being more on the simple side, but I'm actually kind of digging it, so it's fine.
Honestly, this
Anyway.
is sometimes. Some characters just immediately like snap your fingers. I got it. It's perfect, right? And Noi is definitely one of those for Keki.
He's all finished, so let's keep moving.
I agree with this entirely. I have no issues with this. I can't even I don't know what secondary Pokemon you would have with him with this. But it definitely would have to be a Pokemon where he would resonate with it on an emotional level due to his inferiority complex, right? For sure. You have a rainbow Whimsicott? That's nice. Leaf.
Another My Inner
You give him a Scyther? Don't give him a Scyther.
Demons
He doesn't
character.
deserve it.
Leaf used to be exclusive to MID until recently, where he appeared in a couple of the Kokomo videos. I did watch at least one video where he appears, and it's personally not enough to gauge his character for me, so we'll just be sticking to his My Inner Demons characterization for
Fair.
now.
That's fair.
Leaf was an assassin before being recruited to the Prince's Royal Guard and seems to be murder happy. I guess that's
Yeah.
the right word for it. He's very eager to slice anything that moves and is often taking advantage of his ninja-like skill set. So, in the spirit of things that I just mentioned, I gave him a Scyther. Scyther is a super...
Okay. All right, you. All right. Sure. You love green, don't you? You really like green. I noticed that. I guess Scyther was the obvious choice, wasn't it, Chad, huh?
For speedy Pokemon, often being referred to as ninja-like in his Dex entries, and between the Dex, the color, and the fact that Scyther's arms literally look identical to Leaf's signature weapons in
Yeah.
MID, I felt he was the perfect fit. Having so many characters that are described to be like ninjas kinda posted a problem for me. I didn't want all of them to end up looking too similar because I am nothing if not consistent in my repetitive nature, so here's hoping that they all look distinct enough. Leaf's outfit in this drawing was more based on—
By the way, this video has 5.6k views. We gotta up those numbers, chat. We gotta up those numbers. All right, that's not enough. We need to be double in like the next few weeks.
his traditional Deimos garb than his human outfit or even his Scyther's aesthetic, but I was honestly sick of drawing collared button-ups at this point, so cut me a little bit of slack here.
I take back what I said. Jail! How dare you with those dad puns in my presence? I take it
I
back.
also gave him, like, one of those armband
No
things
likes for
that
you.
you could hold your iPod in. Oh my gosh, I feel old. And a simple medicine bag. I also gave him a headband. Ignore the fact that I gave my other
Honestly, the headband looks great. The headband looks great here.
white-haired trainer a headband that has his Deimos horns on it, since you couldn't really see his earrings in the drawings well enough for a piercing. Anyway, there's not much more I can add since Leaf was one of the first characters I had a solid plan for, so with him finished, let's move along to our two final
Yeah,
characters.
I don't really have any issues with this at all. Not really, no. This design here reminds me of like Chinese outfits. To be honest with you guys. So maybe you could have leaned to that a little bit more. As a test? I don't know. But yeah, generally speaking, I don't have an issue with this at all. Not really. This is pretty cool. Yeah, Scyther was too obvious, right? Scyther was the obvious pick. What do we got here? Ash, okay. We know he's gonna get a fire type, right? We'll be giving him a Charizard or something. Maybe it's gotta be someone with fire, right? We know this, right?
Ash is like Leaf, in which he only just recently got added to the Kokomo videos and doesn't really have enough to go off of from that one video. So we're working with his minor demons character instead. Ash is the Prince of Deimos and is super hot-headed.
Yep.
He mellows out towards the end of the season, but this dude is seriously angry for a severe majority of the
Why you giving him Elite 4 vibes right now? I don't think I didn't notice that.
show. I had thought about giving him an Aegislash or like a Furfru due to their connections to royalty in the Pokeverse, but the one I settled on wasn't either of them. I decided on Armor Rouge, a Pokemon that has only appeared in Pokemon Scarlet, and it is only available in said game. It has a Fire Ghost counterpart in Violet, but its Dex entry for Scarlet caught my eye due to its mentions of loyalty and the armor of the distinguished warrior that helped to evolve it. He's also red and has fire. Even better, for his outfit design, I wanted to give him a vibe that's a mix of Lance from the Kanto Elite Four and
Of course. Yeah, we noticed.
on from the Galar Championship, so leaning more towards gym leader status. His outfit was originally going to be way more casual than what I ended up putting him in, but I am
very down with
the
this.
final outfit has to Lance because he specializes in dragon
Very
types,
down
so
with
Deimos
this.
tend to remind me more of dragons than the demons they're most likely based on. I gave him the classic Kanto volcano badge in place of the Deimos crest he has on his original skin. His earrings are meant to look
really
like his
cool.
horns, and the little ear cuff he has is supposed to be his horn ring.
I'm down with every
ring
part of
on
this
his
design
horn
so far.
that he has on his horn.
A horn ring.
That's all I can describe it as.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know.
It's a
That sounds weird.
decoration.
Yeah.
I think he actually turned out super cool and really embodies his princely character.
Actually, it would be cool if he had a ring on his finger, though. That for some, but I don't know where you over the gloves. I don't know about that. I don't know.
And with Ash
Couldn't do
finished,
that.
we finally made it to our final character.
Ash without horns looks weird for some reason. I don't know. Like it's something about it. I did not know about this Pokemon, to be honest with you guys. I'm totally down with this. I'm totally down with this. This is perfect. Houndoom would also be sick. I think someone else has Houndoom, but yeah, Houndoom, I can see him having that one. Yeah. Are you seeing drawings from your friends or what? This is a YouTube video showing their redesigns, reimagining characters in another world, which is always a very interesting topic. For when you looking at AFMAL characters. I think there's a really good crossover, by the way. I think there is opportunity for crossover for things like that. And a lot of the AFML videos do explore some of those kind of crossovers every once in a while. Like, for example, K-pop Demon Hunters. A lot of the content seems to work really well with AFML, with the brand. I'm not sure what else, but there's a lot. I'm not sure what else right now at the top of my head. But yeah, I think that design was absolutely insane. Yeah, definitely I definitely knew you were going the Lance route. By the way, Keki, it was a straight up like, why wouldn't you do that? You know, I love the cape. Very simplistic, but it does it. It's the right amount of like princely vibes, royalty vibes, also soldier kind of, military. Oh yeah, his eyebrows thick. Holy crap! I just realized that. Okay.
The cuff he has is supposed to cool and really.
This is the obviously this is saving the best for last, right, guys? I mean, obviously. All right, guys. All right, man. All right, you know what? Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. I don't know what Pokemon you're gonna pick for Rise. All right, let's see what happens.
Rise was so easy and simple, it was a crime.
Really? Oh, he didn't commit no crimes now. No jail for Rise, okay? Let's not talk about crimes right now, okay? You're making me nervous. All right, let's see what you got. He's so simple and easy, huh? I'll be the judge of that.
I knew I wanted him to sport the intelligence he shows in both his
because he's gonna slide up to your block with intelligence. That's why. Ooh, Lapras?
P and MID appearances, so I made him a Pokemon professor. I know I really messed up when it came to my last Pokemon.
Yeah, he would be a professor. Yeah. You're right. You're right. Yeah, that would make sense.
Professor, so much so that Kim's VA Corinne had commissioned me to essentially fix it, which, yeah, fair.
What? Huh? What was that?
Rise was so easy and simple, it was a crime. I knew I wanted him to sport the intelligence he shows in both his SMP and MID appearances, so I made him a Pokemon professor.
Okay.
I know I really messed up when it came to my last Pokemon professor, so much so that Kim's VA Corinne had commissioned me to essentially fix it.
What the heck? Corinne! Leave our poor fans alone. What the heck? Yeah. Word? Okay, all right. I see how. All right. All in good fun. Yeah, I know. I'm just playing.
Which, yeah, fair point, I guess. So I wanted Reese to be different. Rise.
Okay. That was. You were very close to going to jail. I was about to call fake fan on somebody. That's crazy. Anyways.
Rise. Gosh dang it, Keki, his name is Rise. Okay, side tangent. But Jessica, if you are for some reason watching this by some miracle, why is it pronounced Rise when it is so clearly spelt Reese? Then again.
No, Rise, I've only heard the pronunciation as Rise. And that's before I even did Minor Demons, actually. In fact, I used to play Magic the Gathering, and there was a commander by the name of Rise the Redeemed. Spelled, I think, the same way, too. I've only ever heard of it pronounced that way. With Reese, I thought that was more of like, similar to like the R-E-E-C-E word, to be honest. So I only heard that being said as Reese. And then and then obviously the other pronunciation is Rise with the H and the Y in there. So that's how I've only ever heard of it. So, thank you so much for the raid, Rainaloon. Really appreciate it. How you doing? Yeah, that was very close to being a fake fan alert, guys. Fake fan alert. For all the new people coming in here in the chat, hanging out with us on the Voice of Rise for the AFMAL YouTube channel, we're just checking out some Pokemon redesigns, some Pokemon reimaginings for some of the characters.
You haven't really been consistent with a lot of the other classic name spellings, so why am I really bothered by this?
Don't worry about it.
Anyway.
Don't worry about it.
Anyways, I decided that Rise.
I love what you did with the hair. Now, this is very interesting because I've seen designs of the hair like this, but more recently, I've seen more of like the dreadlock, more of the designs heading more towards the dreadlock. Whether it's the Minor Demons poster that you saw at VidCon, for example, or even some of I think there was a video where Rise had a different haircut that leaned more into what his design was for the Shuki videos. If you remember the animated, the drawn illustrations of Rise for the Shuki videos, they more lean heavily towards like the dreads, right? Compared to what she's doing, which is more to what I've seen interpretations of Rise when MID first came out. So, yeah, that's very interesting. Also earrings. Okay, nice. I do like how you interpreted this, though. I do like this a lot.
Partner would be a Lapras. Lapras are usually portrayed as very intelligent and dependable Pokemon.
Okay.
In the anime, episodes that focus around Lapras.
And Rise is very intelligent and dependable. You are right about this. I gotta say, you were right on the money with this. You didn't just suck me with the ice cream Pokemon. That would have given you a downvote if you just took the easy way out and gave me like some ice cream Pokemon. Okay, I've seen it before. I forget its name. All right, but thank God you didn't give me that one.
Lapras tend to show it caring for other Pokemon or fighting to protect something important.
It's cute.
Also, as you may already have guessed, that's the perfect blue Pokemon for my already blue-coded character. Adding on another layer to that, it also has Ice-type moves. And I'm pretty sure that Rise has Ice Magic. Could be completely
Yeah, no, he definitely does, from what I've seen, yeah.
wrong. I've already forgotten. Rise's colors didn't give me near as much trouble than my last Poke Professors did, but hey, everyone's got their own problems. I ended up putting Rise's necklace that he has.
I love the shoes. That is the perfect type of shoes he would wear. Absolutely. 100%.
Minor Demons on his ear rather than something to emulate his horns, since I thought it worked nicely.
Okay, that makes
and
sense.
With that, our final training.
Or you could give him a hairpin. Angled in a way that resembles his horn. That would be another option too, but I like this too. This is very simple, very much perfect. I like this a lot. Yep. This is definitely one of the easier designs for sure. You would have gone to jail if you gave me ice cream Pokemon. You would have gone straight to jail if you gave me. What's the name of the ice cream Pokemon, guys? What's the name of the ice cream Pokemon? I forget the name. See, just take a quick look at it. Like, if you gave me this little piece of garbage, if you gave me this little shit, I would have just jailed you straight up. Vanilla, like I would have just, you would have been forever in jail if you'd. Actually, this one's cute. This is cute. Okay, all right. Like no, all right. Glad you did not do that. I'm appreciating the intelligence here. Either way, have fun. Sorry to raid and dip on dead tight. No, you good, man. I appreciate you. You take care and enjoy your weekend. Yeah. I'm glad we didn't do the ice cream Pokemon. All right. Hey, she knew to avoid that travesty. Give him an ice cream cone? No, he's at work. Okay, look at him.
Is complete.
I like that one. You did well. I think you deserve that thumbs up and that like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Maybe you should go here and check this out. I just feel like after everything we've seen so far, I feel like this was perfect. Especially the very end there. No reason whatsoever. That's not objective. By the way, very objective analysis in my personal opinions. My opinions are objective.
These designs felt so much more involved than last time and a little bit more tricky on the technical side, but they're all done, so I don't really care right now.
Yep.
If you'd like to see the full detailed drawings, they'll be uploaded to all my social media, so follow me everywhere if you want a closer look at these illustrations. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you.
Nice. I would love if you can design Rise as a Yu-Gi-Oh character next, because I also voice in Yu-Gi-Oh. If you guys don't know, I voice Roa Cassidy in Yu-Gi-Oh 7s, and I voice London Cassidy in Yu-Gi-Oh Go Rush. So I got the duelist mentality, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if we can if you could redesign the Aphmau cast or just Rise in particular as a Yu-Gi-Oh character. I would love that. Just for me. Just for me. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to do it. But I thought that would be cool. Who's probably your favorite design of this video? I think Rise is up there. Probably not my favorite, but it's definitely really well done. This one is my favorite. I think the Noi one was very well done. I really much enjoyed the Noi. And actually, for most part, the Deimos designs was killing it. The Deimos designs killed it. Straight up. They all slapped. Honestly, I think all the Deimos designs and Vlad were really good. I also liked Michi a lot. I think those are my favorite. I think those were my top ones. Right? Cadenza was really good too. But I think the top ones were the Deimos designs and Michi. The Deimos designs, Michi and Vlad were definitely the best ones in my opinion. So okay, wait, James, serious question. Do you like ice cream or pizza better? Why did you ask that question like I haven't like seen Mine or Demons? That's crazy. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the video. Heishi, Keki, make sure you go subscribe to them. Super awesome. Really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun reacting to that with you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so YouTube and Twitch Senpai can finally notice me. Take care of yourself, and as always, stay jammin'. All right, that was cool. That was awesome. Next, we will talk about, I think, you know, it's like 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock. Let's see. What else do you want to do? Oh, I see. Okay. Someone sent me the Moana cover of oh, Keston sings the Shiny song? That's funny, dude. I didn't know you did that. That's crazy. Okay. Let's react to Monster High. Did you react to Freak Show? No, not yet. Not yet. I really have to wake up early just to watch this stream. Wait, how early? Wait, where are you in the world? Broadly speaking. How early are you? Is it where you're at? It's probably the better question. Some gaming, maybe? I do want to do some gaming, to be honest, Wolf. I do. Should we, like, push Freak Show to, like, Monday? Or do you guys and do gaming, or do you just want to watch Freak Show? I'm at the bed. Hope you have a good rest of your night. Well, thank you, Pink Blossom. Really appreciate it. You too. Have a good night. Can we do an episode of Void Paradox? We'll probably push that to like another day, actually, to be honest. You got a lot of we actually had a lot of fun today. Checking out some of the videos, dude. I had a lot of fun, man. These are okay. I didn't even get a chance to see myself in Aphmau characters. You didn't. You mean yourself? What do you mean? Like your comments? James, I needed motivations to do your blah exam? What is that? What's that? B law exam? I'm not sure what that means, dude. It's 5 a.m. where you're at, dude? Oh my god. I would love to do gaming. I'm bitching for it. Number one for gaming. Bro, yeah, get some sleep, Mochi. Business law? Okay, I figured it was some type of law. I just wasn't sure what it meant. You know, we did like a few hours of reacting to videos, so maybe we can do some gaming. Maybe we can do some gaming. All right, so let me see here. I'm thinking. I think we can do Honkai Star Rail, man. We can do Honkai Star Rail. We can do Roblox too. We could. What other games can we consider? Someone told me about Dispatch. It's looking like a really good game. Honestly. Dispatch seems like a really good game. How much is it? $30? Makes sense. Is 620 where you're at? Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, maybe we'll push Freak Show 6 till later. To another day. Oh my god. I'm checking out some of the community clips. That's a lot of clips, bro. Someone got the snip snip scene. That's funny. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of hungry too. Roblox? Should we do Roblox, guys? Let me move this away. James, you recommend cherry cola Celsius? Actually, it's pretty good. It is pretty good, Valerie. Be right back, supper. Not gonna lie, I kind of need something to eat. I'm kind of getting hungry myself. What I think I'll do is I'll grab like a cookie or something just to hold me for now. I'll just grab a cookie or something and some coffee. It's 2 a.m. in the Netherlands? Wow. You're in the Netherlands? That's crazy, dude. Let me grab my coffee out of the fridge and then, no, oh, I should be okay after that. All right. All right, here we go. Can you look at the vid I sent in a reaction channel? I waited to send it today so you won't have any Mermaid Tail spoilers. Probably kind of done with reactions for now, but thank you for putting it in the Discord. Let's see, Starship, right? I'm trying to look and see if you posted it in there in the reaction channel. Where'd you put it? Did you put it in the James Reacts to D's channel? That's where you gotta put it if you want me to see it. Before I go, I just want to say Wolf looks cute. You know, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by Wolf's appearance. Very much is okay with arrestable behavior. Just saying, you know. It's the third one from the bottom. 1, 2, 3. James is done with flower crowns. It's okay not to react to it now, by the way. Okay. I mean, I'm looking in there. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. Wolf is adorable. How many people in the chat have one? It's 6 a.m. in my country now. Time flies by very quickly. I think, yeah, when you're like in the vibe, you're having fun with people. Yeah, time flies by really fast. I wish I had one. Definitely would not have one if I did not go to VidCon. It's like one of the coolest things about VidCon was the store. It was well set up. You know? Kind of gave me the vibe of like Claire's. In case you're wondering, I have oatmeal raisin cookie and I just have like some cold coffee. Your dad's birthday he's turning 41. Tell him happy birthday. You're hungry? Get some food. Isn't it 6 a.m. where you're at? Get some breakfast. I made a Twitch account for my laptop since I'm too lazy to log in. Okay. So you have a YouTube and a Twitch account? Nice. Bro, any one of our friends streaming right now? Kind of want to see. Any friends we know streaming right now? I don't see anyone I really know very well. Oh, Vader's playing Dispatch. It's crazy. That's yeah, I don't see no one. I'm like not even Jonah or like Alejandro. Really? Do they stream every day? Yeah, Starship, I think, at a first glance, when I was looking at the list of videos, like, yours got drowned out heavily by a bunch of other clips. So you may have to post it again. Speaking of breakfast, Mochi. I think yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? I made like a whole bunch of like breakfast wraps. I made like a whole bunch of breakfast wraps. So I could just go downstairs, microwave it, and then get on with my day. I spent a night, like 2 hours, making, getting the ingredients ready to go, and I had a whole bunch of mushrooms and spinach because I wanted mushroom spinach wraps too. I want to be able to make those, so I made like a mushroom spinach sauce, and then all I gotta do is like put like rice or like protein with the wrap, and I'm good to go. Finished knitting scarf, nice. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to knit. All right, you know what? Let me open up. Let me open this up. Oh, something fell. Oh. Well, hopefully no one got hurt. Wish to go to VidCon, but I can't since I don't live in, let's just say I don't live in, well, I mean, we get it. Yeah, it's, for a lot of people, it's pretty far away. Yeah, I get it. Which is why it's a good thing that a lot of us are doing streaming, so you can just kind of like find us and hang out here instead. Occasionally, we will be doing more streams for like autograph signings. So like typically at VidCon you would be able to get it there. But since a lot of you guys can't go to these events, you can at least show up there, support the channel, support your favorite, your favorite actor, voice actor, I feel like it works out a little bit better that way. You know what I mean? Nobody was upstairs. Okay. So it looks like everyone was fine then. Yeah. I haven't even done a Streamily like autograph signing in a minute. I don't know if there would be a good time to do it. Like maybe during the holidays, maybe like during Christmas or something. I don't know. My birthday's on Christmas. I don't know if I want to do that. I'll think about it. I don't know. I really want to get a new poster for Riven. And I would have had it earlier, but just things didn't work out with like, the last things have been going on the last 2 months. Just FYI, I'm like, apparently there's like an update for Roblox, so I'm like sitting here waiting for it. So I guess we're gonna play Roblox soon. I'm just waiting for it to load. I guess I could pull up another VOD just for fun of like watching videos. Let's go ahead and pull this up. Solid JJ had a video recently. I kind of want to see this new Solid JJ video. Superman. Hold on a second. New Solid JJ video. Superman reveals his secret identity. Oh, okay. Surely this won't go wrong, right? Let's see what's going on here. Error occurred? Okay. This is probably a bad sign. Why is that happening? Okay. Let's check this out.
Meanwhile, at the Daily Planet, hold on, Perry, you're firing all three of us? I'm afraid so, Cat. I don't understand, Chief. We're the #1 paper in Metropolis. Yeah.
Is this AI? or just like, or is just cleaned up with AI? I don't know. Let's do this again.
Meanwhile, at the Daily Planet, hold on, Perry, you're firing all three of us? I'm afraid so, Cat. I don't understand, Chief. We're the #1 paper in Metropolis. Yeah, well, ever since Superman showed up, it's been hard to get anyone to pick up the paper. Superman fights a giant flying starfish. You know how people find out about it? They look up. It's hard to miss it.
Chief.
It's like having a fire department in the middle of the ocean. They're covered. The only people who don't know the most relevant moment of the day every day around here are the blind. Those cheap bastards.
But what about the investigative
Wow.
we do here?
What about the investigative? Yeah, what about that?
Okay, you can't really expose Lex Luthor more than like 3 times. By the 12th time, it's kind of redundant.
But why us 3 in particular?
Well, Lois, because we can't afford her getting herself into trouble anymore. Jimmy, because of his lifeless eyes.
Yeah, all right.
And you, Kent, because, honestly, I don't know what you actually do. You seem to vanish whenever breaking news type events happen, which is
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
isn't very helpful in this line of work.
Well, I wasn't planning on sharing this with you all anytime soon, but Jimmy, I trust you. Lois, you deserve to know. And Harry, well, you won't have to keep any more secrets for long.
What's that?
The truth is...
Wow. Is he gonna die? He's gonna reveal it now, guys. The moment has arrived. Clark Kent is Superman.
Superman!
That's right.
Where'd Clark go?
Huh?
Are those his clothes? Good for you two.
Oh, hell no. No. Don't do that. Really, dude? I feel like we did this joke before. Are you serious? Wait a minute. Where did Clark go? You know what? Maybe it's a different video.
Oh, wait. Okay, I see what's going on here. It's my Kryptonian glasses.
Your what?
My Kryptonian glasses. They induce a sort of hypnotic spell on others to conceal my identity. I suppose such long-term exposure might have caused some confusion.
What?
That sounds really dumb.
Well, you're really dumb.
It is really
Can't
dumb.
tell- Okay, look. How about this? Glasses on.
Clark? Superman? Clark? Superman? Clark?
Okay, alright.
Superman?
Damn, my disguise is just too fucking good.
My mouth feels
No,
dry.
it's not. It really isn't. It really is not.
Hey, what if I do this, huh? What if I just put these sunglasses on? What's up? Who am I?
Some sort of mysterious third person.
El Diablo. Satan,
El Diablo? Huh?
Think I'm the
I
devil?
don't know how you're doing this, Superman, but it's quite disorienting.
Yeah, could you bring Clark back? I think he was just about to tell us that you guys are dating.
Jesus Christ. Oh, okay.
No.
You know what? Let's settle then. Okay, who am I?
You're Superman?
Right. How about now?
You're... Huh.
This is really funky with your heads now, isn't it?
Clark Kent in a Superman
No,
outfit?
that's...
No. Why would that's so... That pisses me off. For real. Clark Kent in a Superman outfit. When 5 seconds ago you were sure you were talking to the Man of Steel. All right. Is this real? Where'd you base this information off of for this video?
That's Superman wearing glasses.
What if it's Clark in a Superman outfit pretending to be Superman wearing Clark's face?
What?
I don't know who you are.
Come on, guys. You're so close to getting it. So if I'm not one and I'm not the other, then maybe...
I don't
All right,
understand.
guys. It wasn't that good a disguise.
The
Come on.
world's not supposed to work like this.
What?
You're wrong.
Huh?
You're wrong.
Oh, Jimmy, all right.
He's wrong now?
You become a completely different person. Everything I understood about the world is
All right,
wrong.
everyone relax. I didn't mean to mess with your perception of reality.
Reality's whatever we make it. We need to burn it down. We need to burn it all down.
Calm down.
Whoa!
Get off of me.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I've been messing with your head for so long, and it wasn't supposed to be this way. They're just fucking glasses. Please, I'm sorry.
This is fucking glasses. What is this panicking music? This music in the background. It's so dramatic, dude. Oh, let's go back. The crash out.
They're just fucking glasses. Please, I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Nah, relax, kid. But it's
Yeah, just office pranks, dude. We knew it was you.
What?
What?
Yeah, it's stuff.
What?
You did?
Yeah, it's fucking glasses, dude. Come
What?
on.
You think we're stupid?
But why did you do all of that?
No, we're terrible people.
Laughs and fake news?
So why just put...
This video is brought.
Okay, but the shades are what cross. Okay, the shades are what crosses the line. All right. Just solid JJ ruining my perception of Justice League for sure. Yeah, I can't look at that the same again. Okay, that was funny. I don't understand this. Come on, you don't understand that? It's like Superman has a piss poor method of concealing his identity. But for some reason, it works, right? He just takes off his glasses and now he's Superman? He has the same build and everything? Oh my God. At least in the movies, in some of the movies, the actor playing Superman / Clark Kent would at least change his posture to show some difference. But in the shows, it's like nothing. It's just he just Superman without glasses in a suit. Like it really isn't that deep. It really isn't that deep, dude. That's in my personal opinion. That's my answer to that. All right, this is yeah, Roblox is still loading, bro. That's wild. I have to finish. Okay, so there's like an upload update for Roblox is taking too long. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna like, nah. I don't feel like doing Roblox now. Not gonna lie, bro. Please react to this. What is this? You gotta put it in the Discord, buddy. You gotta put it in the Discord. Yeah, man. You guys are pretty awesome. I gotta tell you, man. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. I think because of the Roblox, whatever's going on with Roblox right now on my side, it's not loading. It's just stuck waiting for stuff to happen. It look like it's an update, but you don't watch superheroes? That's fine. You don't have to. It's okay. Yeah, it's not loading for me, dude. Like, I don't know what's going on. I think I'm just gonna maybe just end the stream. I think that's what we're gonna do. I was considering even playing like Star Rail, but I feel like you guys don't really care too much about that. So you know what I mean? I think it'd be a good time to take a break. It's like 5, 6 o'clock, and I could use some food. I got some editing to do. So you know what? Let's just call it. Let's just call it. Try refreshing. I'll probably do that later. Cause there's a bunch of stuff I'm looking at right now that I could probably record like on another day, and I'll probably add Freak Show to that, as well as these things. Like how I remember Pokemon Scarlet and Violet seems pretty funny. I might want to see if anyone wants to join me for that. Yeah. Okay. Looks like there's some stuff going on with Twitch's CEO too, so I kind of want to look at that off stream. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go get food. In the meantime, I think it would be a nice gesture if we find someone to raid on YouTube and Twitch. So let's go do that. Yeah, it's almost 7. Yeah. I get to enjoy the rest of my day. Now, I don't know. I don't see anybody that I've... Oh, hold on a second. Let me see. Maybe King Vader. Maybe we can raid Vader. Miwa Bell. Arc Raiders? What's Arc Raiders? You know what? I don't think I raid this person a lot, so let's go ahead and just do this. We'll raid Miwa Bell on Twitch and for YouTube. Clearly not raid on YouTube. So, I don't know how long we're streaming tomorrow. I really want to try to stream tomorrow. I really want to get some anime reactions done, though. So, we might just be on Kick. Either we're on Kick or we're going to be on... actually, yeah, we're going to do Kick. I haven't recorded on Kick in a minute. Okay, so Mori Calliope is streaming a Devil May Cry. Should be okay. Alright. I'll just raid Mori. and Miwa Bell on the Twitch side. Okay, cool. All right, guys, you've been wonderful. Thank you so much for joining the stream, hanging out with me on this Super JamBud Saturday. If you're on YouTube or on Twitch, make sure the person I'm sending you to, you be polite, be respectful, and tell them to get jammed, or just say hello. Tomorrow, the plan is to stream it tomorrow for anime reactions. So if you are a fan of that, you want to hang out with your boy and do that, make sure you join me on Kick. Otherwise, you can probably check out the reactions as I upload them on Patreon. All right? Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe out there, especially if you're making plans for Thanksgiving. And as always, stay jamming. Take care.